Boy, you think 2013, we had some good ones, bro.
Yeah, but
We're here to focus on the bad ones today.
the shitty shit.
The worst, the bottom of the barrel of the shit.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't get worse than this crap.
Yeah, like you were telling me you took a shit today, and this inspired you to think of the worst movies today.
Yeah, I mean, during that shit, I was just like, there are actually a few things worse than this.
Yeah.
Only 5, actually. Only 5 things worse than this, and that's about it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Off the Chest Podcast. Today we're going to do the top 5 worst movies of 2013.
Okay, so do you
yeah.
want to go away first, or should I take the role?
I think you should take it, but first I'm your co-host Rakesh, got the co-host Melvin.
Yeah, I mean, that's not important because I'm really fucking pissed off.
All right, so yeah, let's go from the least worst to the worst, and we'll take it one at a time.
All right, one at a time? All right, so starting off with number 5 on my shit list.
Yep.
Number 5 goes out to a movie called Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Now, I've actually read the book for Ender's Game, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. It is possibly one of the better sci-fi fantasy fiction novels I have read in a long, long time.
Mm.
And when I knew the movie was coming out, I actually read the book because the movie was coming out. But when I went to go see the movie, I was excited. I was pumped. I'm like, how are they going to do this? How are they going to do that? I want to see all these scenes. I want to see this interaction. I want to see this dialogue scene happen. And it was nothing. They cut out pretty much the entire middle of the book.
Oh.
They moved characters around. They just absolutely shat all over it. And they turned what should have been a good, kind of mind-boggling sci-fi film
Yeah.
into children's crap. And here's the thing. I know children that don't even fucking like this film.
Oh, that's terrible. And see, here's the thing. It's like, when you adapt from a book, okay, you're adapting it. But if you have the fucking title in it, you got to go cover for cover, word
You
for
have
word.
to. Look, that's what I mean. Like, nowadays you got people breaking books back down into 2 movies and things, 3 movies, and I actually enjoy it that way. I understand I have to wait longer, but you get all of the content. You have Game of Thrones that's actually coming out as a TV show, but you get a shitload of the content.
Yeah.
They actually changed the ending and the middle, and oh god, it shits me off, man.
Yeah.
And they ruined the kid from Hugo. I was looking forward to that kid's future. I'm like, this is a good guy. I could watch him later on in the years to come.
Now, as a film, if you hadn't read the book, would it be that bad?
It wouldn't be good. It's pretty okay, average. Like, I don't know what to say about the film if I could just detach myself from the book.
Just run away.
Yeah, I mean, if children are calling it shit, I don't know what to say, mate.
Yeah. Oh, I feel sorry for you because that's like, you know, Melvin's like, oh shit, that's something that's going to be good to watch. Get excited for it. Get pumped for it. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm sure I can get to it. All right. My number 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 5 is a film. I enjoyed the first one, so I definitely didn't think it was that bad. But when the second one came out, you know, this is when we had really gotten into watching a lot of films throughout the year.
Yep.
So my number 5 is going to be G.I. Joe 2. Wow, sorry. Yeah, wow, what a terrible movie it was.
Really?
I really didn't like it. It was just, like, this is really bad dialogue. This is really bad CG action. Nothing. Why do you need to end every scene in a fucking explosion?
What about the cool Asian guy and his sword fighting?
Really? I've seen better Asian movies in total. Fuck this movie, man. I'm sorry. Like, and Bruce Willis was a joke in this film. He was a joke point. He was a joke plot device. He wasn't even that great in it. I was really looking forward to seeing Channing Tatum in this movie because, you know, it's after, like, Channing Tatum became even better as an actor. So it's like, oh, sweet. I'm excited to see him.
I will say more famous.
Yeah, well, more famous.
Not better.
Yeah.
That's a stretch, mate.
And so, yeah, I was really looking forward to this one. But, oh, man, it was so confusing. Bad writing, bad dialogue. Just not a fan of it. And, like, G.I. Joe was supposed to be a fun kids film kind of style. And, wow, did this one fucking suck.
How'd you feel about the sex appeal throughout the movie?
the chick was really hot.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the way they used her. That pissed you off?
That it did a bit.
Yeah, I remember during our review you were mentioning.
Yeah, because you have a military chick, and and the only time she is ever used in this film is for just sex appeal. And no, fuck that.
It's like, do we want to give women a strong role model? Fuck that. Short
Hell
skirts.
no.
Short skirts, people.
Short skirts. Yeah. All right. Let's now get on with your number 4, Melvin.
All right, my number 4 is a film that surprisingly Harrison Ford was really proud of. That he went around talking about, selling it. He went on all the talk shows. He was talking about it. And I was disappointed as fuck.
Yeah.
Paranoia.
Oh.
Now, I want to tell you the first thing I hate about this film.
Yep.
So the setting is there's a bunch of guys that work for a phone company, and these guys are nerds. These are really smart, nerdy guys. They don't have social lives. They can't get into clubs.
Yeah.
It's Liam fucking Hemsworth. Not in my wildest fucking imagination could I imagine him as being intellectual. I mean, that was just bad casting off the bat. Then you had the smart guy's even nerdier friend, and he was a good-looking dude too. I mean, when they take the kind of dude, a really good-looking guy, they just put glasses on him, and they're like, yeah, he looks like a nerd now.
Yeah.
That's what they did, and it looks fucking stupid as shit.
Oh, God damn it. And you have Gary Oldman in it.
Gary Oldman. Oh, and I know how much you love him.
Yeah.
And honestly, he did do pretty well. Him and Harrison Ford did pretty well. It's just the plot was so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The acting was bad. Oh, even Amber Heard, and she's pretty decent too. I hope she has a decent career ahead of her, but I can't say now. The film was shit. The directing was shit. The dialogue was slightly corny. They turned a nerd into a little bit of an action star, and it just had no storyline really. It didn't follow a good storyline, as I should say. It didn't flow well.
It wasn't cohesive enough of a story plot.
It was like just going up Schitt's Creek, man.
And I heard the guy he thinks he's then Liam Hemsworth, that he's smart enough to take all of them on. These career cats who have been doing it for 20 plus years, and he's like, I've only been doing this for a few years, but I'm smarter than all you motherfuckers.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, he wins.
Oh, God damn it! Well,
spoiler alert, but I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't watch this
because these are the worst films.
Yeah.
We don't care about spoiling.
What's your number 4, bro?
All right. Oh God, this one, another terrible one. I mean, we had just seen a film that instituted this thing really kind of in a cool way. This was a film where it was like, all right, we're finally going to get the good film I'm talking about is a film that I think should have replaced another film that's also on my list. However, this film I'm talking about is White House Down.
Wow.
Yeah, that just... Oh,
you
God.
didn't like Jamie Foxx as president?
No. I'm sorry, but Olympus Had Fallen had just come out.
Yeah.
And that was the good White House movie. That was the great movie that it was like, oh, finally.
It had that great Die Hard feel to it.
It brought back the classic action hero style. It had the swaggerness of Gerard Butler.
Yes.
It felt like he was being good again. This film has Channing Tatum, Jamie Foxx, and it was all just one big fucking joke. I understand it was a comedy, but it was terrible. The plot to which the guys take over the White House was terrible. Just fuck you. Fuck this movie, man.
How do you feel that this movie might get a sequel?
No. Are you kidding me?
It made money.
Oh. Well, see, here's the thing. I know that Olympus Has Fallen is getting a sequel.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I'd much rather see the sequel to Olympus Has Fallen than this.
Dude, that's different. You would be excited to see the sequel to Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah. No, fuck you. Fuck that.
White House Down.
A big shit all over my face. All right, man. We're getting in there. We're getting into the bracket.
Getting in the bracket.
All right. Yeah.
The meaty middle.
Yep. All right. Now we're going to go for the median. Median being number 3.
Number 3?
Melvin, you're number 3?
Well, I will tell you my number 3, After Earth. Wait, what?
I'm surprised this is a 3.
Yeah. You think it to be higher, or?
Yeah, higher up on your list.
Yeah, I hated it, but there are things I hate more.
Wow. That plot twist.
After Earth is not my number one. It's a plot twist.
It's funny because as soon as I said plot twist, the thunder came in. And you guys can't hear it, but yeah, man. So tell me about why After Earth is only number 3.
Okay, first of all, this is the first Will Smith movie in a long time which no one gave a shit about seeing. I mean, don't get me wrong. He did fuck people over a lot with Men in Black 3. People were happy to see that, and it made a shitload of money, but no one was entirely good with it. So I left that alone. That's cool. You did your work. That's cool. But with After Earth, nobody gave a shit. There's usually this thing where you go around and you ask everyone, hey, have you seen the latest Will Smith movie? And everyone's like, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. Didn't happen. Not to mention, he's actually used to his films coming out at number 1 at the box office. Didn't happen. No. And thank fucking God. Now, originally I was happy because he brought on M. Night Shyamalan. And I'm like, I actually like M. Night Shyamalan. He needs a reboost in his career. He did the great Sixth Sense. He did Unbreakable. He did Signs. And his career just kind of went downhill after that because everything he did got compared to The Sixth Sense. And he was criticized for it. It's like, hey, how come you haven't made The Next Sixth Sense yet? You know, we want another great film, not this medium stuff.
Yeah.
And his career slowly went down. He did that really shit Avatar film.
Oh.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Question. Is After Earth worse than Last Airbender?
They're about equally shit. That means a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
On the plus side, Shyamalan did a good job. I'm happy Will Smith brought him back or tried to give him a go. But Will Smith really needs to stop making jobs for his son. I mean, for fuck's sake, seriously.
That's the point. Everyone hates his son. Everyone hates Jaden Smith.
I actually liked him so much in The Karate Kid. I liked him.
Really?
Yeah, I liked him in that Alien movie that I always forget.
I'm forgetting.
The Day the Planet Stood Still or something. The Day the Earth Stood Still. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was in that?
Yeah. He played with that was when he was really small.
Oh, Jesus.
And obviously in
Pursuit of Happiness, which was my favorite movie of Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Yeah.
He did a good job in all of them. Yet for some reason he grew up a little more in this film and he just acted like a fucking prick.
Just a stuck-up, arrogant
It was just bad acting. I mean, he pretty much Kirsten Stewart it. He one-faced it.
Oh.
I know. Like, I wish he had 2 faces at least, but he just one-faced it.
Oh my fucking God! And I heard just like throughout this entire film, Will Smith he isn't really delivering with his acting either. Will Smith's kind of just playing it like.
Here's the thing.
He stays at the ship. He stays in the ship the entire time because his leg is broken. And the entire film is like building up to Will Smith accepting his son. And, you know, you're supposed to see that change of him as a father. And that never comes. Like it
doesn't really come. It doesn't come as strongly. And here's the thing: the hot thing in Hollywood and actors to do is put on a voice. You know, change your dialogue these days. And he tried to put on a different accent, and it came out bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
What was the accent that he tried to do?
He tried to go all Mississippi on him.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Fuck that! All right.
What's your number 3, mate? What's that medium film?
All right.
Right now, you're in the middle of the shit.
I know. I'm about to. It's about to blow up. Shit's about to blow up. Now, Melvin and I did this thing early in the year. Backstory time, folks. Melvin and I. This is leading up to my number 3. We did a thing where at least once a week we'd meet up and we'd watch these classic movies.
Yep.
We'd always watch these classic. We'd get pizza. We'd get Chinese food. We'd have a few ciders, beers, whatever. And we went through and we watched 1 through 3 of all the Die Hards because I hadn't
1 through 4.
1 through 4. That's right, yeah. Because I hadn't seen them in such a long time, and I'd forgotten what a lot of them were. I only remember number 4, and so we watched 1. Oh God, it's like
it's good.
Yeah, it's like remembering the first time you masturbated.
Okay, let's skip past that. Next.
And then you watch Die Hard 2 and you're like, this is kind of just like Die Hard 1. Then you watch Die Hard 3 and you're like,
with a vengeance. With a vengeance.
Die Hard with a vengeance. And you're like, mind exploded. And then, you know, a few years passed and then you got Die Hard 4. And a lot of people didn't really like Die Hard 4.
It was a little larger scale.
Yeah. I liked Die Hard 4 because
I love Die Hard 4.
Yeah. I really loved it because it still felt like John McClane being John McClane. You know that they came after his family. Fuck that! No one goes after John McClane's family.
Justin Long was great chemistry with him and Justin Long.
Yep, those two had great performances, great characteristic, everything. Like, I really enjoyed that film. That was a fun action film. Then, so my number 3 is Die Hard 5. This should not be a 5th Die Hard movie. This is not a good day to die hard. This is a this is a bad film that's called Die Hard. That's what they should have called the title.
A bad film called Die Hard.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. And just like I had said earlier, Olympus had fallen. That felt like the better Die Hard movie.
Yeah. And that came out after.
It came out after it, and everyone was saying, Die Hard, you should have done this.
Yeah.
You should have done this. And Bruce Willis just, he didn't seem interested at all throughout this entire film. He just looked really bland throughout it. Everything just ended on a CG explosive ending. The thing is, and also his son is just such a dick to him, to John
Yeah.
McClane the entire time.
How do you feel about his Russian son?
Oh, God, no. What a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. And just, I didn't like how... It didn't feel like John McClane because John McClane was in Russia.
Yeah.
And he's taking on global terrorism in that sense. Like, I can understand the Russians coming to New York and him being a cop, and he's like, fuck that. This is my city.
Yeah.
My city. You get out of my city. But this is a whole other country, and he's going, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, you Russians have to be bad because you're Russian, right? Oh, Soviet Union, Cold War bullshit. Fuck you, man. Nah, fuck this movie. Fuck that. No, this is not a good movie.
So you know one of the worst things I think about that franchise is I think they're trying to go bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
Like how Rambo, you know Rambo, how the guy's like, oh, in the first movie I killed 100 guys, second movie 300, next movie 600.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to do with Die Hard. Honestly, if they did a Die Hard where Bruce Willis was set in the White House, and if they did it before the other two, I would have enjoyed the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah. Because it would have been like...
They need to contain it more, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and bring it back and not have so many villains that are like have a set amount of villains. Like,
Yeah.
the first one only had 10 villains
Yeah.
in that first one, and the second one only had a set number as well. The third one only had, like...
They had the main people that were up.
Yeah, and it was all
mainly
led
about
by
games.
Gruber.
Yeah. It was all about a game.
Yeah, Simon Says. It was the Simon Says film.
Yeah.
Fuck, no. This movie is a piece of shit. Don't watch this movie.
Yeah.
All right, Melvin, here we are. The worst of the shit is about to fly out. Like, you're clenching your cheeks. You're just trying to get it out. Number 2.
Number 2. R.I.P. D. Now, I want this movie to rest in peace,
Yeah,
but the rest in peace department is one hell of a shit film.
because it's the dick part that really gets you.
Yeah. First of all, if you're going to remake Men in Black, do a better fucking job.
Yeah.
You know, I understand Men in Black 3 wasn't a huge hit. That doesn't mean you have to fucking remake it. It did make $500 million. But yeah, Ryan Reynolds, mate, your career's going down the crapper real quick.
You're gonna have to like...
I mean, you're gonna have to start playing Green Lantern again for cash. That's the sad part. You're gonna be playing Green Lantern at kids' birthday parties for cash. That's what's happening in your career, mate.
And trust me, Green Lantern was a piece of shit film.
Yeah, and this is worse.
Oh God.
Now,
And
Jeff Bridges, mate. Now he's quality, he's class. Why the fuck did he do this?
you see Tron coming back, and you're like, oh, Tron is back, and he was Jonah Hex, right?
Yeah.
Was he?
No, he wasn't Jonah Hex. That was
that was another guy. Yeah,
that was
bad.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, my bad. Jeff Bridges, like you think Tron and Tron Legacy, he was great in those.
Putting
films.
that guy a film like True Grit, like 2-3 years ago. I was like, yes, he's back. He's doing his leading role thing again. He's taking command. No, just no. You don't get to be Tommy Lee Jones. You get to be Jeff Bridges, you son of a bitch. Now, it had bad dialogue, had a bad plot and storyline. They tried to add romantic aspects. They tried to make Jeff Bridges comedic, and that's wrong.
No.
Have you ever seen Tommy Lee Jones try and be funny?
No.
Exactly. Both of them should never try and be funny because it turns out wrong. And it wasn't even like sarcastic, dry humor that they were going.
It was just terrible humor.
It was terrible. I mean, it was like ass slapping and stuff. It's like Adam Sandler shit, and it was bad. Fuck you, R.I.P.D.
Piece of shit. Well, you said that name. You said it, and that's going to be my number 2. Adam Sandler, boy. Boy, Adam Sandler, do this.
Adam Sandler's a grown-up with some other guys who are grown-ups.
And
they all have hot wives.
the most ridiculously hot wives in the world. And you're like, what the fuck? So, the movie I'm talking about is Grown Ups 2. The return of Adam Sandler to this film. And here's the thing. I really enjoyed the first Adam Sandler Grown Ups film. Grown Ups 1, that was one of my favorite movies just because it was different. It was unique. It was just a film that just didn't really try too hard, yet you had a sense of fun with it. It felt like a classic Adam Sandler film. This thing deters from all of that. And you think about it, Rob Schneider said no to this film.
Yeah, that makes you fucking worry, yeah.
If Rob Schneider is saying no to your movie, do you really think you're gonna have a good comedy movie?
Well, he was the punt of was the end of every joke, you know? He was the punchline of every joke.
And
in the first one.
I have no idea. This film was just... And I understand they try and bring Taylor Lautner into this to make him funny, but... No, it didn't.
That awkward moment when I'm thinking even Taylor Lautner can do better.
Yeah. I think that kid can do much better in his life. That don't. This film has child abuse, and they try and make a joke out of child abuse. There's nothing funny about that. Fuck that.
Now, how do you feel about the fact that this movie had an $80 million budget, and it tripled it at the box office?
And it beat Pacific Rim.
It did?
On opening week, yeah.
Wow. Well, that's understandable. It had the bigger cast. It had more appeal in the beginning.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, the Pacific Rim is a different type of stupid. It's a fun, stupid film.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, the only reason people saw Pacific Rim was for the robots. But it's like people wanted to see Adam Sandler, Shaquille, Shaq and stuff.
Yeah. Like, guys, don't get me wrong. Pacific Rim is one of my favorite movies of this year. But it pisses me off that films like Grown Ups 2, when they get released and you have Adam Sandler...
And a ridiculous spurious special guest.
Kevin James, and you have just Shaq, and you have Chris Rock.
David Spade.
David,
Maya Rudolph. I'm just going to fuck with you, man.
Maya Rudolph. You had the guy from Heroes in it, and the guy from Mob City. Yeah, it's just fuck you. Fuck it. And Steve Buscemi comes back. And fuck you. No, fuck this movie. Fuck that. Fuck everything. This film had $80 million budget. Fuck that. Give that money to Melvin and I. We'll make a much better movie.
We'll make Black Boys 3.
Yeah, Brown Boys 3.
Yeah.
Brown Boys 3. I mean, there's been no other Brown Boys film.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a Bad Boys pun.
Yeah, it is. But it's brown.
Brown.
With the clowns are brown. But you know what? We'll fucking make that movie.
Yeah.
All right. You done your number 2?
Yeah, I went first. It's number 1 time. I figure we do this one together because we got the same film.
We do.
Now, there is a certain movie.
And okay, now this movie is a movie that relies on skits. Now, skits work on YouTube.
And skits work in real life.
And television, they work then. But when you put it in the concept of a movie, it doesn't work.
Not really. Not if it's just a skit. Not if it's an end, start, skit, and then you go to the next one.
Stop, start, stop, start.
Yeah.
And this, if you listen, we actually have a review for this up. If you listen to the review of this film, I gave this film a 0. Melvin didn't even give this film a score.
I think I just flipped the table and left.
Yeah, you flipped my table in my room, and you walked out of my house.
I'm sorry. But you didn't complain.
No, because I was about to beat the shit out of my own table as well. Sorry. Melvin, you want to tell them what this is?
This is movie fucking 43.
Movie fucking 43.
God damn, is this bad.
The worst.
I honestly don't know why we still let Hugh Jackman, Kate Winslet, and all the rest of them act.
When you have Oscar, like Academy Award nominated people coming into a comedy film. Like, no.
No.
And then you see it, and you're like, oh God, no.
It was that fucking bad. It was fucking horrendous.
You have Emma Stone in this film.
Oh, dude, I was so happy she did The Help. She did Easy A the year before.
Yeah.
And then this year, she did Gangsta fucking Squad and this shit.
Yeah, what the fuck? And it's like, we have to wait next year for The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
God damn it, Emma Stone, lift your game.
Get your shit together. At least
But more importantly, how
Yeah.
bad is movie 43?
oh my God, the worst fucking film. You try and make a joke out of every fucking thing. You try and have skits. You're trying to say this is a different style of humor. No, this isn't a different style of humor. This is, in the style of humor this is a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about incest, people.
No, there's nothing funny about
About shit and incest.
I was about to say a girl on her period, and then I started giggling a bit. I'm just like, God damn it.
There's nothing...
There's nothing funny about making fun of Batman. In this film, trying to make fun of Batman.
And they tried to ruin Patrick Warburg, who's a fucking beast.
That guy's a beast. Patrick Warburton's our boy.
Yeah, Warburton, my bad.
Whatever. Just too upset to give a shit.
Yep. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I don't feel like talking anymore. I'm saying that shit. I don't want to talk.
Yeah, you're done?
I'm done.
You're going to throw the mic away.
Later.
All right. Just put it down. All right. I'm going to talk to you people out there for a minute. YouTube.com/Off the Chest Podcast. You can also find us on our Facebook page. Go to Facebook.com, and when you're on your little search thing, you type in Off the Chest Podcast. You'll be able to find us there. Whole bunch of other shit. Not shit. Better than this. Better than these 5 movies we both picked. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good break. Have a good holiday vacation. See you guys in 2014 for our best films of 2013. We're not doing that in 2014. Unfortunately, Australia doesn't get these really, really good films until then. I'll see if I can get Melvin back to say goodbye for one last time.
Bye. Arrivederci, motherfuckers.
All right, later, guys.